see in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Outside. 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Out. The lady. Watch the safety creep. The lady. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Check 37. Check 37. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. 6 guys. Check. Man, 80. Kill. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Shoot.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Lady. Switch. Check lady.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check curls. Hey, get him.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Blitz coming and down he goes. Bradley Chubb showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Darnold. On the screen, this is Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, he'll be...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 48 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, orbit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 52 yards.
1st down, Broncos.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's coming, double up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Keep going, oh, keep going.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
Right there. Outside. Right there. 54 Mike.
Young lady.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On second down, it's Bell. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Time to go. Night.
Hey, check Mike 45.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Ready.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 56 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ready? Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Quickstone.
From the 31, Locke. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, lady.
On the counter, here's Bell. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check, 45 the mic.
Lady.
Check. Slam. Watch the twist. Check. Check nickel.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 13. Man, 80.
On second down, it's Bell.
Check 99.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Darnold. They still can't get him. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Fickens' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Protein spill. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Switch. Hey, exit. He's checking crack.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Lindsey here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Check. 41 for Mike.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got Herndon, his tight end. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on second down. Block. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Deep grip.
Lock working out of the gun. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Watch out.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Man, I got you. Check 31. Check lady. Lucky. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch twist.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, watch it.
Slam. Check 43.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Hey, watch the screen. Check 26.
Yo, 80.
Ready.
Here we go.
Check.
Touch.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
218, jump.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Faking the give. Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw is Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Ficken's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ballgame brings him a bit closer, but there's no question. They need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
41's got it. 41's the
Look at me. Zipper.
Check 24. Check 24.
General West.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Broncos 21, Jets 9.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Lock. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the return that time, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one goes for 24 yards. Block now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This quick pass complete to Sutton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Jenkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey.
Tighten up.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 37. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go. Here we go.
A good pickup there at 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Switch. Check nine. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's the backup Kaiser. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A lot going to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You got three. Three down.
Go on.
Shit.
Now it's Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin.